Hi there, I'm Jen Pratt of Seeding Square. I today get to be a seed Santa, which is really exciting. I haven't done this before. So I am, actually I was tagged in a Facebook group that does seed exchange. So what they do is they have this box of seeds that they pass around and they share the seeds. They take seeds, they give seeds, and they pass it on to the next person, and it's this fun seed swap. So a friend of mine tagged me in it and brought me in, which I'm really excited about because I do end up having a lot of extra seeds every year. So let's check this out. Okay, so my friend, I wasn't home, but he swung by my place and he dropped this box off at my front door. So open my door, and this is what I got. It says South Rock Buy Nothing Seed Exchange. So first of all, let's see what's in this box of seeds. I was told it is a rather eclectic mix, so I'm definitely intrigued. Okay, so let's check this out here. So in the box we have, we've got some beans, carrots, always a fan favorite, more beans, peas. Here, I'll show you guys this. Okay, we got miscellaneous pumpkin, more peas, nasturtiums. Oh, these are awesome if you want to put nasturtiums in your garden. They're edible, they're flowers, and they bring in the pollinators. So a fantastic addition to your garden. We've got, Viscaria. I have never tried this particular flower, but it looks really pretty. We've got Shasta daisies. Now, to my knowledge, daisies are an invasive species, so I might be hesitant about putting those in, but I guess maybe it depends on the area. I really couldn't say, but they look pretty anyway. Okay, and then we've got asters, nice pretty flowers. We've got more flowers, ooh, what are these ones? Ooh, morning glories. Okay, again, I've heard morning glories are an invasive species, so depending on where you are, caution with those because they really do tend to take over. I happen to know this because I am yanking them forever out of my garden. Okay, so more pumpkin seeds. More pumpkin seeds, more pumpkin seeds. I'm thinking someone grew some pumpkin and bagged up all their seeds and passed them along. So how awesome is that? So lots of pumpkin here. Let's see, we've got, scarlet runner beans. These are gorgeous. I love scarlet runner beans. I also happen to be adding some to the box later on here. We also have, more scarlet runners, more pumpkin. Zucchini, cool. Peas, more carrots. I love that people put carrots in here because seeds are, people love carrots. Like I generally don't tend to come across many gardens that don't have carrots growing in them. So awesome that those are in there. We've got, more zucchini, more scarlet runner, more zucchini, more carrots, radishes, cherry bell. Ooh, those look nice. Swiss chard. Oh, Swiss chard is really fun because they're super colorful. You get all these different colors. So a really pretty plant to put in your garden. And if you're kind of wanting to get your kids and eating the vegetables, they're colorful. So very enticing there. Coriander. Ooh, very cool. More carrots, pumpkin, peas, more pumpkin. Okay, and I think all of these are, a little sunflower seeds in here. And everything else is just kind of doubled up on what we have. All right, and now that we are at the end of the box, it occurs to me that there are in fact some instructions that I probably should have read at the beginning of the video, but hey, you know what, such is life. Let's read them now. So, South Rock Buy Nothing Seed Exchange rules. Rules, okay. Take some seeds, leave some seeds. So in my case, I'm just going to leave some seeds because I have so very many seeds. So I want to pass them on, share them around, get the world planting some gardens. So I'm just going to leave some. Rule number 2, keep it going on the Facebook South Rock Buy Nothing group. Will do. I will be passing this on to the next lady on the list today, she is in for a surprise. Number 3, wash hands before and after touching the seeds and exchange box. Well, luckily I actually did that, so we're good to go. Okay, number 4, have fun. Well, yeah, we're there. We are certainly having fun. And number 5, share the love by gardening. Love that one. Okay, and there we go. So those are the rules. So I guess those are all the seeds that I got out of the box. And now I want to show you all the seeds that I'm going to add into the box. In fact, I might have to find a bigger box because I have a lot of seeds. Okay, so what happens every year is, so I sell seeding squares wholesale to West Coast Seeds. They are a local seed company here in Vancouver's Lower Mainland, and they sell seeds all over the place, and their seeds are amazing and phenomenal, and I can't say enough good things about their seeds. And they are so awesome. They send me seeds every year for my garden. So they are so giving. They give me more seeds than I have room to plant. So I kind of tend to accumulate them, and I share them with friends and family and pass them around, but I do have a lot. So this is perfect opportunity for me to get those seeds going back out into the world. So I've kind of organized them here as per how you would plant them using the seeding square. So as I'm sure you're aware, but just quick recap, seeding square. This is my invention. My husband and I came up with this as new gardeners. We didn't know how to plant a garden. Like there were so many problems. So we came up with this little tool. It's a color-coded seed spacing template. So it gives you high density vegetable gardening, so you get a lot of food out of a little space. As you can see, all your plants would come up in perfectly spaced precision settings so that it makes weeds really easy to spot. And because it's high density, there's not a lot of room for the weeds, so it's a really easy maintenance garden. And and then your canopy of your vegetable plants, as it gets a little bigger, it actually shades all the soil because you don't have all this exposed soil. You actually have less water evaporation and you use less water in your garden. So this little tool here is fantastic for planting a garden. It's based off square foot gardening spacing, and whether you're a 5-year-old or 105, this tool is really helpful. So, and it comes with a nice color-coded chart, and it has all the things that you might want to plant listed on it. If, however, you happen to come across something that you want to plant that isn't on the chart, no problem. All you do, you just go on the internet and you type in what's the plant spacing for whatever, and it will tell you. You just then dial that information into the spacing of the seeding square, and off you go. So for example, we'll start with this. In my little seed box here, I'm going to be adding ornamental grass, which I thought looked really cool. And then I'm also going to put in snapdragons. So neither of these things are on the chart, but you just Google them and then plug into the seeding square. So easy peasy. Okay, now on to what I'm going to put in here. Very exciting. Okay, so I started with, so the red holes on the square. So you see there's the most red holes. That means the smallest plants get planted in the red holes because they need the least amount of space. So in the red holes that I'm going to be adding here. So we have radishes rather. So we've got Rito Red, Amethyst, and Easter Egg 2 blend. So these were all awesome, and in the box, there they go. Next we have parsnips, and then, as I mentioned, carrots are always a win, so I threw in a couple carrots. So we've got dragon carrots. I really liked these. Is that the right one? Yeah, dragon. I really like these, and I highly encourage, if you haven't tried the dragon blend for carrots, really cool. And then the Nepali. I don't know if I'm pronouncing these right, but hey, you do what you can, right? Okay, so there's that. Next up, cress. Oh, and with the carrots too, just a little tip for you when you're using a seeding square. If you're using the red holes on the seeding square, you can poke all the red holes with your lovely little wand here. It's got your let me show you. It's got depth measurements on the side in 1 inch increments. And then there's a spoon at this end, and that's for scooping the seeds and getting them into the holes so that they don't go all over the place where you don't want them to be going. But when you're poking the red holes, so you can see the red holes are 3 inches apart. So you can put in, 2 to 3 seeds of whatever into each of those holes, and that works. Or for the really little things like cress, and if you're doing any microgreens or carrots, what you can do is poke those red holes, and then once you have them poked, you can use your wand and you can just kind of connect the dots, and then you just kind of create a trough, and then you can sprinkle your seeds into your trough at about, every half inch or so, or I guess depending on the seeds more frequently. So you can do troughs, or you can poke the holes for the really tiny ones like the carrots and the micros. Okay, so speaking of micros, I have a few of those to add to the box. So we've got, let's see here, we've got kale, micro kales. Now, I did last year, I put in the micro kales and then I just kind of let them do their thing. So I have actually a solid patch of kale going on right now. And kale actually has a 2-year maturation period. So obviously, you can plant it and grow it and eat it after 1 year. But if you are in a warm enough climate and you leave your kale over the winter, it just keeps growing and keeps doing its thing. So in my case, I live in Vancouver, Lower Mainland, and my kale is going strong out there. And it was all from this little microgreens kale package. So that was kind of cool. Then we've got microgreen arugula. So those are tasty. And more arugula. I guess I had lots of arugula given to me. So there's that for micros. Next up, I have my pile of seeds that you would use the yellow. Okay, so on your chart, you've got the yellow here. And so on your square, your yellow holes, you can see there's 9 holes per square foot. So on there, you've got pole beans, bush beans, large beets, bok choy, celery, mustard, onion, bulbs, peas, soybeans, spinach, and large turnips. So what I have for the box, let's check it out. So I have, so I've got some turnip, and not all my seeds are West Coast seeds. I do pick up seeds. I go into, nurseries and such, and I see seeds, I must get seeds and plants and all the good things. So I'm sure there are some gardeners out there that probably relate to me on that front. So I have seeds from all sorts of different places. So this one was from Pacific Northwest, Vernon, BC. Oh, this is another BC company, so that's cool. Okay, so turnips. I've got a couple of types of spinach. So we've got Olympia spinach, and this one's French. I'm not even going to attempt to butcher that one, but another nice type of spinach. And then, okay, snap peas. I would be remiss not to have peas in my package. So some snap peas there. Oh, celery. I personally have never had a lot of success with celery. I keep trying to plant it, but I don't know. It's never quite worked for me. If you have any tips for celery, I would love to hear them because, I want to be successful and I want you all to be successful too. So throw some celery comments in the comment section. Okay, next up we have beets. All right, so we've got a beet blend. We've got avalanche beets, white beets. Those were actually pretty good. I like those. Jewel tone beets. Those are really pretty in the center of those. And again, that one's not actually, I think I did get that one from West Coast Seeds. And then Cylindra beets. And those ones are very nice too. I like those. All right. And now we are on to beans. Okay. I have a lot of beans. I don't know why I have so many beans, but I do. And my current setup, don't yet. That's why I didn't have, we moved last year and I didn't get the chance to get the trellis, that's the word I'm looking for, didn't get the trellis up, so I didn't get the chance to get the beans in that I would have otherwise liked to. So last year's beans didn't all make it into the soil, so I have excessive packs of beans. So are you ready for the onslaught of beans? Okay, so we've got runner beans, Scarlet Emperor. We've got Royal Burgundy bush beans. Oh, and there's kind of 2 different kinds of beans. So you've got bush beans, and these guys, they kind of, you know, they, as per their name, they kind of make like a bush for their spacing, or they kind of, they don't go trekking off all over the place like as a vine, as do runner beans, or yes, I think I have my terminology right. So you kind of have your vine beans and then your bush beans. So if you have a nice tall trellis or places where your beans can trek, then go for the vine beans. Otherwise, if you want to kind of keep them more defined, bush beans are a good route. Okay, more beans. Pole filet beans, French émerites. These beans, I believe, will be huge. I didn't try these, again, because of my situation, and I don't know if I'm going to have that opportunity this year for the vine beans. So I'm going to pass these on. I hope whoever tries these sends pictures, because I'm really intrigued about these ones. I'm actually like, oh, maybe I want to hold on to these, but no, I've committed now. They're going in the box. Okay, we have Masai beans. We have Ferrari beans. We have Blue Lake 274 bush beans. We've got more pole beans, early Spanish. Oh, that's it. Pole beans and bush beans. Those are the two different types of beans. These guys. More Scarlet Emperor. Purple Peacock. I love these ones. They're really good. Blue Lake Pole. Hilda Romano. And this is big pack, bulk beans. We got lots of those guys. So gonna pass those on. Hope whoever is receiving the box down the road, I hope we've got some bean growers, because we've got so many beans. Whew. Next up, we've got, we are on to the blue box over here. So looking at your seating square, take a boo there. So you see there are only 4 holes on your seating square. So that means 4 plants per square foot. So the less holes, the bigger the plant gets, right? So these will be, blue is, what I've got in the blue is corn, chives, fennel, garlic, kohlrabi, lettuce head, rutabaga, shallots, sunflower hedge, and Swiss chard. So that's what you use in the blue holes. And like I said, anything else that you look up on the internet that needs 6 inches of space per seed. So what I have for what would be used in the blue hole of the seating square, we have some lettuce. So we've got Avenue lettuce. We've got Tropicana pelleted. I like that one. That one's pretty good. Okay, we've got red sails. Now, if you're wanting to kind of, I go for the look of how things grow in the different color. These ones are really pretty. And also quite tasty. And again, here's another different color. So we've got, these ones are called Darkness. Aptly named. Okay, and then we've got Roxy pelleted. We've got Arugula Astro. We've got Lettuce Jester. These ones are cool because they've got the green and the purple in them. And then we've got lettuce green leaf. Boom, there we go. Okay. Whew. Like I said, I have a lot of seeds. We are getting there though. Okay, so that was the blue holes. We are now on to orange holes. So looking at our square, orange hole, there's only one center of the square. So this is 1 plant per square foot. Looking on our chart, we have got in the orange hole, I've got listed here, asparagus, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, cauliflower, eggplant, kale, okra, peppers, potato, rhubarb, strawberry, sunflower large, and tomato vine plants. So again, tomato and it's kind of like bush where there's tomato vine plants, and then there are tomato bush plants. So each needs kind of its own type of spacing. So the tomato vine plants are in the orange hole. Okay, let's see what I got. I don't have as many for the orange hole for the seed box, but that's okay. I've got what I've got. Okay, so we're gonna throw in some sunflowers because, you know, we're all supporting right now. So sunflowers. Kale. As I said, kale is good, and kale will continue on for a 2-year span, as will rhubarb. Oh, there was a few of them. I actually saw a really cool post the other day. There's about 4 or 5 different plants that had a 2-year cycle that I didn't even know about. So I remember rhubarb was in there. I think asparagus is in there. Yeah, something to check out. Okay, so kale, and then I've got some peppers, banana long sweet. Okay, I don't like peppers. I think they're nasty, but which is unfortunate for me because, you know, peppers are in everything. But hey, I've been picking peppers since the beginning of time, and I will do so until the end of my time. So that's just fine. I will pass the peppers on to someone who will appreciate them. And that was orange whole. Okay, next we have, okay, now people say, okay, well, you got your seeding square and it's got all the nice small plants. What do you do about the large plants? So you've got your, like your blueberries, your cucumber, your melons, your pumpkin, your squash, your zucchini, and your tomato bush plants. So these plants need more than a square foot of space. And the seeding square actually works for those too. So what happens with your seeding square? See, there is this sidewall in there. So when you push your square into the soil, that square foot impression is left behind. So when you lift it up, there's that square left in the soil, and that lets you line up and stamp out your next press and your next and your next. So if you want to do rows, you just stamp out the same type of vegetable over and over. Or if you want to do the patchwork quilt look of kind of more traditional square foot gardening, you can do that. But it also lets you plant the really large plants. So for example, let's say you had your squash. So what you do is you take your square foot template here and you stamp out 1, 2, 3, 4 square feet of space, and then you put your seed or your seedling in the center of that. So it lets you lay out your entire garden. So the impressions left in the soil, you only need them on planting day when you're laying out and setting up your garden. After that, you don't need the lines anymore, and your plants grow in, and voila, you have the perfect garden. It's wonderful. So yeah, so this is great for your large plants too. So what I have in there, oh, I don't know if I separated out my tomato tapes. Ah, we're dropping seeds, the precious babies. Okay, let me save these. They're making a run for it here. Okay, what do we got? Cucumbers. Cucumbers are the problem children here. Okay, so it's because I opened it upside down. Okay, so I will hold on to that so the seeds don't escape. So we've got cucumbers. So, you know, some people say that you don't need 4 full square feet of cucumbers, or if you want to trellis cucumbers, you know, seeding square is a suggestive for spacing. If you have a different way of gardening, or you find that you need more spacing or less spacing, do it. Whatever suits you. This is a guide, and you know, different planting zones, and you know, the amount of sun, the amount of water, however happy your soil is with nutrients and goodness, like your plants are going to be a little bigger, a little smaller, or whatever the case may be. So if you find that your cucumber doesn't need 4 square feet of space, that you can do it in 1 square foot of space with a trellis, I say yes, do it. Do what works for you. Okay, so cucumbers are in there. Then we've got zucchini. Oh yes, I love zucchini. I'm gonna plant more zucchini this year. And I also like, I don't know if you guys have tried it, but the yellow zucchini, I'm a huge fan of the yellow zucchini. So green zucchini, I don't have yellow zucchini to put into the box because I planted it all last year, but I think I might have more coming in this year's box from West Coast Seeds. Exciting. Okay, next up we've got, ooh, that's a radishes. I don't know, I misplaced this one. So this is radishes in seed tape. So this was a different approach to planting seeds with a spacing approach. So seed tape, so that's kind of cool. Then we've got cherry tomatoes, and then we've got beefsteak tomatoes. These guys, beefsteak. So I don't know if you have planted beefsteak tomatoes, but these guys get pretty big, so that's pretty cool. All right, and that, my friends, is the end of the seeds that I'm going to be putting into the box. So very exciting, and yes, I'm gonna definitely, all of that is not going to fit into this tiny little box. So I'm gonna have to find a bigger box for all of that. Okay, now also one more thing that I'm going to put in the box, because Seeding Square is my invention, it is my business, it is my livelihood, and I want to share the love and encouraging everyone in the world to plant a garden and have success and fun doing it. I'm going to throw in this little coupon card here for $2 off Seeding Square, and that's both on the .ca and the .com site. So 2 currencies there until I change websites, which is happening soon. So hopefully I'll make sure this coupon goes through on the new website that I'm putting in shortly. So this is gonna go into the box, but I'll also pass on this coupon code to you all. Thank you for staying for the whole video. If you're still with me at this point, nicely done. Thank you, I appreciate that. Okay, so $2 off. The coupon code is 2 George Hannah 7 Jello Mama. I'll just hold that up so you can take a look. There you go. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, so that's $2 off your Seeding Square. If you are so inclined, that's going in the box. And that is the video for today. Wow, that was quite the process. Thank you for joining me. Hey everyone, sorry, technical difficulties there, just as I was about to sign off. Yes, so thank you for joining me today. And if you have the opportunity to do a seed swap, I highly encourage it. It's a lot of fun. And please plant your vegetables this year. It is a fantastic hobby. It's great for mental health, physical health. It's a great thing to teach your kids. And remember, at the end of the day, you get a whole lot of fresh vegetables that you grew in your garden on your kitchen table. So happy planting, everyone. Thank you for joining me and have yourself a wonderful day.